believed to be from an arm bone. The measurements, published in the journal Law Nature in 1890, showed that these bones were twice the size of modern human bones. The femur measured 14 centimeters across, with a circumference of 16 centimeters. The tibia was 26 centimeters long, and the arm fragment was unusually large. Based on these calculations, Lepouge estimated that the individual must have stood 3.5 meters tall and weighed several hundred kilograms. He went so far as to insist that these were unquestionably human bones, despite their extraordinary size. The fragments were later sent to the University of Montpellier for expert analysis. Leading figures in zoology, paleontology, and anatomy all agreed that the bones belonged to a very tall race, though they also noted the possibility of pathological growth. Just a few years later, further reports emerged. Giant skulls and large bone fragments were discovered near Montpellier, believed to have come from people between 10 and 15 feet tall. These remains were sent to the French Academy of Sciences, but afterward, they vanished without a trace, leaving modern science unable to follow their trail. The Castelnau mystery only deepened as modern scholars began to question the origin of these bones. In 2022, anthropologist Catherine Hakanyan proposed that they might have simply been the bones of a giant bear that once roamed prehistoric Europe. In the 19th century, it was not uncommon for large animal bones to be mistaken for human remains, especially when anatomical knowledge was still limited. But if these were merely animal bones, why did the Montpellier experts of that time confirm them as human? And why, to this day, has no modern study ever re-examined these fragments? The story of the giant of Castelnau is not merely a question for archaeology. It opens a doorway into the realm of myth and legend. From the Cyclops of ancient Greece to the Nephilim in the Bible, almost every culture has tales of giants who once walked the earth. In Castelnau, villagers still speak of a cave that once sheltered a giant, and 19th century newspapers claimed that Lepouge's discovery might be the key to unraveling those ancient legends. Some have even speculated that these bones are traces of a lost civilization, or perhaps of extraterrestrial visitors, though no scientific evidence has ever been produced. Still, the world of archaeology is not without its hoaxes and exaggerations, often driven by religious or financial motives. The Cardiff Giant, a stone statue buried to fool the American public in 1869, is one famous example. Yet, the fact that leading experts in Montpellier examined and verified the Castelnau bones in 1890 makes the hoax theory harder to accept in this particular case. Today, the bones that once shocked the world have disappeared from all collections, their whereabouts unknown, and they have never been re-examined with modern technology. The question of the giant of Castelnau's origin remains unanswered. If such a being truly existed, why has no further evidence ever surfaced in a region so rich in archaeological sites? And if it is all just legend, why does this story endure, continuing to challenge the curiosity of humankind? Longyou Caves. Hidden deep beneath the lush green rice fields of Longyou County, Zhejiang Province, China, lies one of the greatest archaeological mysteries ever encountered by modern history. It is known as the Longyou Caves complex. The story of Longyou began entirely by chance in the summer of 1992, when a local farmer decided to drain the water from a large natural pit near his home to expand it. He had no idea that beneath the still surface of the water lay a vast space, a massive cavern with perfectly flat walls, covered in evenly carved patterns that seemed as if they had been made by modern machinery. This discovery sparked immense curiosity and excitement throughout the village. The locals continued to pump water from other pits nearby, and soon, before their eyes, appeared an entire underground city of more than 20 interconnected caves. What makes Longyou a mystery that defies every theory is the sheer perfection of its engineering and scale. Each cave rises more than 30 meters high, with walls that have been smoothed and sculpted to a flawless finish. The domed ceilings and pillars are laid out in precise harmony, and every surface is covered with parallel wave-like carvings, running in unbroken lines from the ceilings to the stone floors. No human remains or artifacts have ever been found, nothing to indicate that any community ever lived or labored here. Who built the Longyou Caves? According to archaeologists, based on the erosion of the stone and other geological factors, the complex could be more than 2,000 years old, dating to the Qin or early Han dynasty. And yet, not a single ancient Chinese chronicle makes any mention of Longyou. How could such a massive undertaking vanish entirely from the historical record? Many theories have been proposed, but each one only leads to more unanswered questions. Some suggest the caves were ancient granaries, wartime shelters, or even forgotten royal tombs. A few Western researchers lean toward the idea that Longyou was a sacred site, or perhaps a secret ceremonial center. Most striking of all, the nearly identical carved patterns in every single cave suggest that the project was executed under unified direction, using skills that far exceeded the standards of any known ancient civilization. Could this be the legacy of a civilization we have never known, or the product of construction techniques now lost to time, beyond the imagination of the modern world? Today, the Longyou Caves still lie quietly beneath the farmland, a testament to the creative power and the enduring mysteries of those who came before us. And until some deeper secret is revealed, the Longyou Caves will remain a reminder that human history is filled with unwritten pages, unanswered questions, and a quest to understand the true origins and meaning of wonders like Longyou that will continue to captivate generations of explorers. Baalbek megaliths. Hidden within the Bekaa Valley of Lebanon, once a crossroads for ancient civilizations, the old town of Baalbek has long stood at the center of one of the greatest architectural mysteries in human history. Upon arriving here, no one could suspect that behind these age-old ruins lie stone blocks so enormous that their size and weight defy both the imagination and the limits of modern engineering. At the heart of this enigma are the three famous stones known as the trilithon, each block nearly 20 meters long, over 4 meters high, and weighing between 750 and 800 tons. To put it in perspective, each stone is as large as a Boeing airliner. These massive blocks are stacked atop one another, forming the foundation for the legendary Temple of Jupiter, a structure built by the Romans in the 1st century AD. Yet the sheer weight and scale of these stones far surpass anything the Roman civilization was thought to be capable of. There is no record of any Roman lifting device or construction tool capable of moving stones of such staggering mass. Not far away, right at an ancient quarry, even larger blocks have been found. Among them is the stone of the pregnant woman, weighing nearly 1,000 tons, another block weighing 1,242 tons, and most remarkably, in 2014, archaeologists uncovered a stone weighing a staggering 1,650 tons, regarded as the largest stone block ever known to mankind. Strikingly, these giant stones remain in the quarry, posing a tremendous question about the true intentions and capabilities of the ancients. Numerous theories have been put forth to explain the mystery of Baalbek. Some researchers believe the Romans used wooden rollers and earthen ramps to transport the stones from the quarry to the construction site. Yet this theory quickly reveals its weakness, for the Roman cranes could only lift between 60 and 100 tons at most, while the blocks here are many times heavier. Moreover, there is no evidence that they ever used a coordinated system of machines to solve this challenge. For this reason, many scholars now believe that the foundation of the Temple of Jupiter actually predates the Romans, perhaps belonging to a civilization much older and more advanced. They point to striking similarities between Baalbek and other megalithic structures around the world, such as the Sacsayhuaman fortress in Peru and the Egyptian pyramids. Could it be that ancient humanity possessed technologies far beyond what we know today? Despite decades of research, the secret of the giant stones at Baalbek remains unresolved. There are no ancient records describing how this feat was accomplished. The tools used have left no trace. All that remains are the silent stones themselves, defying the passage of time and resisting every effort humanity has made to unlock their mystery. Devil's Bible. Within the archives of Sweden's National Library lies one of the most haunting and enigmatic manuscripts ever crafted by human hands, the Codex Gigas, also known as the Devil's Bible. Regarded as the largest surviving medieval manuscript, the Codex Gigas astonishes not only with its colossal size, but also with the dark and chilling legends that have surrounded it for nearly 800 years. The manuscript weighs nearly 75 kilograms, measures 92 centimeters long, 50 centimeters wide, and 22 centimeters thick, so large that even a grown adult must use both arms just to move it. Experts estimate that it would have taken hundreds of sheets of calfskin to produce its massive pages. But its size is not the only thing that makes the Codex Gigas famous. What truly elevates it to legend are the stories of curses and supernatural powers that have become attached to the book. According to a legend passed down since the 13th century, The manuscript was written by a Benedictine monk in Bohemia, a land that is now part of the Czech Republic. This monk had committed a terrible crime and was sentenced to be walled up alive in the monastery, a punishment among the most horrifying of the Middle Ages. Desperate and terrified, he pleaded for his life, promising that if given one night, he could produce a manuscript containing all human knowledge.